Ever pondered the impact of inflation on your budget? Let's break it down. Inflation is, in simple terms, the general increase in prices over time. It's like a slow, steady tide that gradually erodes the purchasing power of your money. If you've ever noticed that the cost of your favorite ice cream or your morning cup of joe seems to creep up year after year, you're witnessing inflation in action. Now, this isn't a flat one-size-fits-all kind of thing. The rate of inflation can vary from year to year and from country to country. Think about it as a fluctuating tide. Sometimes it's high and sometimes it's low, but it's always there, nibbling away at your money's value. So the next time you're at the store and you find that your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to, remember this: as prices rise, the same amount of money will buy you less. That's inflation for you, in a nutshell. Now, how does this inflation creep into your budget, you may ask? Picture this. You've meticulously planned your budget, accounting for all your regular expenses. But as time goes by, you notice that your money doesn't seem to stretch as far as it used to. This is inflation at work. Inflation, in essence, is the gradual increase in the cost of goods and services over time. As these costs rise, your fixed budget may not cover the same expenses as before. This is akin to trying to fill a larger container with the same amount of water. It just doesn't add up. So what's the solution? Regularly revisiting and adjusting your budget is key. Budgeting isn't a one-time task, but an ongoing process that needs to adapt to changes in the economic landscape. By factoring in inflation, you can ensure your budget stays realistic and actionable. In essence, inflation can turn your well-planned budget upside down if not accounted for. So, how can you adjust your financial plans to counteract inflation? Well, the first step is to consider investing in assets that have a tendency to increase in value over time. Stocks or real estate, for instance, could be a good place to start. These assets often provide a hedge against inflation, as their value typically rises in line with or even above the inflation rate. Next, take a look at your budget and financial plan. Are they up to date? If not, it's time for a review. As the cost of living increases due to inflation, it's essential to adjust your budget and financial plan accordingly. This might mean cutting back on non-essential spending or finding ways to increase your income. Inflation might seem like a financial bogeyman, but with the right strategies, you can mitigate its effects on your financial health. Remember, a proactive approach can help you keep your financial health robust, even in the face of inflation. Before we wrap up, let's take a quick recap. We've unraveled the concept of inflation. We've seen how it impacts budgeting, making it crucial to factor inflation into our financial plans. Stay financially savvy, and remember, a little planning can go a long way in weathering the storm of inflation.